Right guys, this week we're doing a bit of a focused attention on our VDJ 70 series intake kits. So today we thought we'd take the opportunity to give you a bit more detail into what goes into this kit, some of the design, strengths and features of this kit, and what you can expect if you order a VDJ 70 series intake off us at Fatz Fabrication. So a little bit goes into this kit, and some of this stuff that you may not notice just by looking online or seeing one fitted. So again, we just wanted to go into some of the details, the features of the individual items that go together to make a fantastic quality built kit. So let's get into it. Guys, what we'll do is piece through the kit step by step, and moving from the airbox end all the way to the turbo inlet, which is what this kit does, is takes you all the way from the airbox to the turbo and physically replaces the snout at the front of the turbo as well. So we can configure this kit to work with factory airbox as well as our airbox. Obviously it's our recommendation to replace the factory airbox for many reasons, primarily filtration, but also flow capacity of the box as well. So moving from our airbox, this is a configuration to suit that. So we have good quality silicon bends cut to length. These obviously sleeve together and secured with high quality Norma branded worm drive hose clamps. Obviously hose clamps aren't hose clamps, and some don't have the strength and the longevity of others. We do opt for a 304 grade stainless steel clamp, which in many cases is probably overkill, but it's definitely going to last as long as the other components in the system. So from there we move to the main section of our kit. So this is all in 4-inch and 304 grade stainless steel. This component does have several welds in it, but we do purge weld and then sand back the welds to a seamless form. So even in the alignment of product that is going to get ground back, a lot of work goes into getting those junctions smooth. So we've got a weld approximately here, but obviously with our alignment and our process to remove that, you can't see a weld at all. We go to a lot of lengths to make sure bracketry is a feature in and of itself. So obviously it's got to mount the component very securely, but in addition to that, it needs to look extremely good, and we think we do that across the board. So this one component has 3 brackets, as you can see. Similar intakes on the market tend to only hang off 1 bracket at the higher point in the intake. So with 3 brackets, all laser cut 3mm stainless steel, it's definitely not going to have any fatigue cracking over time with those 3 brackets. Sensor integration is obviously a key thing. So moving forward, we are integrating the MAF at 2 locations to give you a bit of optionality for tuning and the performance level you want to take your vehicle. So in the lower location down here, that section of tubing is calibrated to suit the factory MAF scaling. So you can install this intake, locate the mass airflow sensor to that location, and drivability is excellent off the bat. No need to scale the MAF immediately for drivability to be excellent. No codes or anything logged, and again, you can drive the vehicle indefinitely with the MAF at that location. Or we do have the MAF at the 4-inch section of tubing. So we have had feedback and see the need for that with quite high horsepower application, aftermarket turbos, injectors and that sort of thing. You do run out of adjustability with the MAF in the lower area, so the 4-inch section is where it needs to be. To enable us to locate in the lower section of the tube, to avoid having to modify the factory wiring harness, we do get these custom harnesses made, and so that just plugs into the factory location at the top of the engine, and then you run that down to the new MAF location down the tube. So no cutting, modifying of wiring, soldering required. That's all taken care of in the kit. Righto guys, from the stainless steel section of our intake, this is obviously ducking down beside the radiator fan shroud down towards the AC compressor, and then we move into the lower section of our intake. So coming off the stainless section, we have a silicon reducer onto this 3-inch section. From factory, the intake is all plastic at this point naturally, and it goes down underneath the factory engine mount and engine mount bracket. That does pose a few issues. One is susceptibility to damage from sticks and debris getting thrown up from your front left tyre. Also, it does make for an extremely tight bend to the turbo inlet. So a few fronts it's not ideal. To enable us to get a straight run to the turbo inlet, we have designed a replacement engine bracket and mount assembly. So this utilises a genuine Nissan bushing in that lower section of the engine mount. Extremely heavy duty 6mm plate engine mount, so no issue there. We've been making engine mounts for different applications for over a decade, so a lot's gone into the development of that for this vehicle, coming off development for other vehicles. So what this enables us to do is to get a 3-inch tube all the way past that engine mount and basically a straight run directly at the turbo inlet. So required in that is a port for your PCV hose or your crankcase vent hose. A lot of people do just a direct pipe welded on. However, we try and step up the bar a little bit, so we get a custom machine -12 fitting, supply a nice anodized -12 90 degree, and obviously some good quality hose to connect up to that. So it makes for an extremely secure, tight, sealed system for that. And again, trying to produce the sort of as high a quality, nice finished product as we possibly can. So that then connects directly to your turbo inlet naturally. And again, so the factory turbo snout does have effectively a 90 degree kick in it. And again, we've talked about how unideal that is. So to connect our 3-inch inlet, we do get custom billet machine snouts made up. For that, we do have a snout to suit the factory turbo inlet sizing. And then also, with the most common aftermarket turbo for the VDJs being a G turbo, we do have a larger inlet snout to suit the G turbo specifically. So the same whole center offset, but different larger inlet internal diameter on the G turbos. And so again, a specific turbo snout machine to suit. And again, that gives us a straight direct inlet airflow to the turbocharger, making for a much more efficient intake system. So guys, this kit can be utilised on a fairly standard tune and standard turbo arrangement, but this kit does really come into its own for your sort of 300 plus horsepower range with an aftermarket turbo injectors and that sort of thing. An aftermarket intake is really a must. So again, if you're looking for a high quality, well-built, long-lasting product, then this kit is definitely for you. We do actually have a couple of these kits in stock at the moment. We are working across the board to reduce lead times, increase stock levels, to increase customer satisfaction. So if you wanted to purchase this kit, please shoot us a line, jump on the website. All of this is available online with many options for your application. Thank you.